All right, so this is IXL P.11 finding the eccentricity of a parabola, hyperbola, excuse me. And if you remember from ellipses, the eccentricity is C over A, E equals C over A. So all you need to do is find A and C. So A is right there, right? Because it's the distance from the center to the vertex. So A equals 2. And what is C? Well, C we have to find, right? Because there's our B length is we go from the vertex straight up to where the thing. Jeez. It's just too late in the day. So B equals 6. So now we got to find C, which is going to just be that, right? So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A squared is 4. B squared is 36 equals C squared. So 40 equals C squared. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you miss points on this particular, if it takes you a while to climb up the ladder on this one, it's going to be because of the simplification, because I already missed several in my tired end of day brain state. So the square root of 40 equals C, right? But square root of 40 can be reduced because we could say the square root of 40 is the square root of 4 times 10. So that's going to be the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. So that's going to be 2 root 10, right? So that's going to be our C. That's not going to get reduced any more than that. So we're going to have, that's going to be our C, 2 root 10 over A. What's A? A is 2. Oh, look at those cancel out. There's our A, remember, right there. So the eccentricity is just root 10. And that's it. Root 10. Oh, I like being called wonderful. Do a couple more, but you can see. And then, of course, later on, as you get up in the score, it might give you you're going to have to figure some stuff out first. It's going to be a multi-step thing, right? It's going to give you an equation or something like that, and you're going to have to figure it out. So again, so I'm going to make this really quick. So the eccentricity is C over A. A is right here. So A equals 2. And then we got to find our B. We go like that. And we can see that B is right here. So B equals 4. And then we got to find our C. Oops, I did that the wrong way, but it doesn't matter because it's a rectangle, but it should have been this way, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter, right? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So 2 squared is 4, plus 4 squared is 16, equals C squared. So 20 equals C squared. Square root of 20 equals C. Can we reduce that? Yes, we can, actually. So you'll get all sorts of chance to reduce things, because that's, what, 4 times 5, right? So that's a root 4, root times root 5 equals C. So that's going to be 2 root 5. That's going to equal C, right? So now our C is 2 root 5. We already found our A was 2. Those cancel out. So our E is just going to equal root 5. And that's just the way they're ending up here. There's no magic about that ending up to be root something or other. It all depends. Um, so it's eccentricity, same thing. There's our A. A equals 6. There's our B. B equals 3. So 36 squared plus 3 squared equals C squared. So that's 45 equals C squared. So root 45 equals C. Now the question is, can root 45 be reduced? And it can. Why? Because 45 is what? 9 times 5, right? Equals square root of 9 times square root of 5 equals 3 root 5. So the eccentricity is C over A equals 3 root 5 over 3, and they did it to us again. So it's just a simple root there. I'm going to make this a short video, so I'm going to jump a level and probably just give you what I do. Oh, and it erased it too. Oh well, the process was correct. I don't know what I did wrong. 9 times 5 is 45. Oh well, let's go look, shall we? All right, we found the center. A and B. Did I get A or B wrong? A is 6, B is 3. 45. 3 root 5. Oh, 3 over 6. Duh. I probably shouldn't say duh to myself, but whatever. Okay, let's erase that. All right, let's jump level. Okay, what is its eccentricity? Well, it's the same thing, right? I mean, there's nothing mysterious about it. There's the A, there's the B. You got to find the C. That's the A. The A is always the one between, and the B is the one that goes off to the side. There is no difference between which is longer. Sometimes one will be bigger than the other, unlike the ellipse, where we just kind of looked for which one was bigger. This and made that the A. This one we don't at all. So that you can find the answer to that. I'm going to jump another level. Oops. Jump another level. All right, so now you just have to make the actual thing, right? So that is going to be A squared, and that's going to be B squared. So A is going to equal 3, and B is going to equal 4. And the center is going to be at 0, 0, right? And is this up and down or sideways? It's up and down because the y is in the front. And so our A, we're going to go up 3 here, and down 3 here. So that's going to be what? That's going to be, put it way over here so it's out of the way. 0, 3, and that's going to be 0, -3. And then we're going to make our other one. So that's going to be, our B is 4, and it goes this way. So that's going to be -4, 0, and that's going to be 4, 0, right? And now we can, we know roughly what our thing looks like. Go like this. Just looking for this, right? So this point there, what am I looking for again? Oh, the eccentricity. Right, okay. So I don't need to do this box because I already know this distance, right? Is that A or B? That is A. A equals 3, right? And so I didn't actually have to do this. And B equals 4, which I'm redoing again. But you could see how if you're not sure, just start writing it out, right? So C, what does C equal? Well, A squared plus b squared equals c squared. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 9 plus 16 equals c squared equals 25. So c equals 5. And then the eccentricity is c over a. So it's going to equal 5 over what? A is 3. It's 5 over 3. All right, so again, let's just talk briefly. This is what? X in front, so it's going to be left and right. And the center is going to be 0, 0. A is going to be 6 because it's the square root of that, right? And B is going to be 60. I should be writing this. 36 equals 6, and B is the square root of 64 equals 8. And now you got everything you need to know. Then you got to find c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So c squared equals 36 plus 64 equals what? 36 plus 64 is 100, isn't it? Look at that. So c equals 10. So the eccentricity, I know I wasn't going to do the whole problem, but c over a equals 10 over what's a? A is 6. So we can cut both of those in half and get 5 over 3, right? So hopefully grab that. It starts to go pretty fast for you. 5 over 3. Okay. Let's jump a level. See how that's exactly the same problem. They're all going to start to look the same. Okay, here's one where we don't have the center is no longer 0, 0. So let's just do this one, shall we? All right. So the center is h, k. So h equals 0 and k equals 5. Remember, the form has that negative in there, so that means that's a positive 5. If that were a plus, that would be a negative 5. All right, so and a is always the first one in the hyperbola. So this is a left and right hyperbola. And a is the square root of 36. 36, so a is 6. And b is the square root of 100. That's horrible. I shouldn't even bother if I'm going to write that horribly. 100. Okay, so the eccentricity, notice that it doesn't actually matter what the center is, does it? Because all you need is c over a. Because remember, the eccentricity is how wide is it like wide like that, or is it steep like that? It doesn't really matter where it is on the coordinate plane, right? So you, for the eccentricity, don't have to worry about that number at all. Isn't that wonderful? I think it's wonderful. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. B is not 100, b is 10, right? C squared, so, and a squared and b squared are already right there, right? That is the squared term. So 136 equals c squared. So a square root of 136 equals c. I don't think 136 is a nice clean square. Square root of 136. Nope. So what are we going to do with this? Well, we could try 4. It's probably divisible by 4, right? 6 divided by 4. Yep. So that's going to be square root of 4, square root of 34 equals c. Do you think 34 has a even square or something there? I don't know. Let's see. What's that? 4, 6. Probably not. No. 8. Nope. Nope. Okay, so it's going to be 2 root 34. Let's see. Boy, I sure feel like we ought to be able to reduce 34. I'll probably find out embarrassingly in a moment. Eccentricity equals C over A equals 2 root 34 over A 6, right? So that's going to equal a root 34 over 3. 2 becomes a 1, 6 becomes a 3. Right? Root 34 over 3. Whew, I sure feel like I'm going to mess up something. Oh well, whatever. We'll all mess up together. And I'm going to end this video after, well, I know I keep saying that, but root 34 over 3. Oh, it was not simplifiable. How about that? Okay, clear that. Same problem. You don't have to worry about the plus 10, right? All right, what's the next level? Same problem. You don't have to worry about the plus 10 or the plus 9. You got your A and your B, right? So all you need is A squared 100. What's the square root of 168? That'll get your C, right? So that's 85. Now we got the challenge zone. They're going to throw something at you. Okay, so here you're going to have to do your completing the square thing from the last one, right? I'll just get you started, and then I'm going to stop for sure because I just make these. Oh, geez, I got to get out of here. I got an appointment. All right, so we're going to rewrite this. We're going to go 4x squared minus y squared plus 12y equals 0. First thing we want to do is, well, we don't have to worry about the 4x squared because we don't have to complete the square on that. We just need to complete the square on this little piece right there, right? And then we will be able to get it into the proper format, and then we'll be able to read it. So that's what we got to do, and I got to leave. So maybe I'll do one of those tomorrow. Bye.